kind of one of the greats.
Look that up
Well,
for my team.
they're kind of on the same record label, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Wea thing. I think maybe that might be why then. So.
Yeah, Mike McDonald's a good one.
Yeah, I love him. I actually seen him in concert by himself, and it blew me away back when I first started at Carmen's.
I forget what they called it, the Boys of Summer, or not, or, oh man, what was it called? He had a group of Boss Skaggs, Michael McDonald, who else was in? Oh, one of the guys from Steely Dan.
Oh, he co-wrote Always. I'll Wait, I'll Wait, I'll
I didn't know that.
I'll be there.
Learn something every day.
1984.
All right, let's.
All right.
I just God bless Eddie Van Halen and all
Now,
have to turn this off
Big
for
Mouth
that.
Mike might have ruined Darren's pieces.
that. Yeah, well,
And
I'll be happy to.
Well,
get
still
back in.
really good.
Let's get into the top music videos and
All
wrap
right.
this thing
I'm
up.
going to have to turn this off, so anyway, it'll still be going, so everybody thank you. I'm going to have to pull up my list.
It's fun.
All right.
Kyle, start us off.
Yeah, come on, best music videos.
okay. My number 10 is Scorpions' No One Like You.
Yeah.
Damn,
There's no one like you.
We both did the same.
Oh, and Rock You Like a Hurricane was good back then. They had the cages.
That was
and all
pretty good.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this is technically better in my mind. Madonna Material Girl at number 9. You knew it was gonna
Yeah, we knew
happen.
that.
I thought it was gonna be like a virgin.
But Material Girl's just a better video. My number 8 is Iron Maiden Wicker Man.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely love that song, love that video. Number 7, 9 Inch Nails Closer.
Oh, one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Dude, that is like sexy.
And my number 6 is Anthrax Black Lodge.
Yeah.
My number
That's true.
my
That
number
would get me unelected.
my number 5 is Sammy Hagar, I Can't Drive 55. I absolutely love that video. My number 4 is Metallica and her Sandman. That's the only time you'll ever hear me put that song on the list that is positive for that song.
Yeah.
My number 3, Van Halen Pretty Woman.
I don't think I ever saw the video to that.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
I'm sure I've seen it. I mean,
Michael
hell, I
Anthony,
graduated in '87. How could I not see it?
Michael Anthony loses control of a horse. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna have to look at that. I'm gonna have to pull that up.
My number 2, Weezer Buddy Holly.
Good video.
And
I watched
That's a
that
good one.
today.
That is
Yeah,
a
that's
good
excellent.
one.
My number 1, I can still remember being a kid and seeing this video and being attracted and horrified at the same time. Marilyn Manson's Dope Show.
Pretty good.
We all know I'm a Manson fan around here.
Yeah, made your day.
Good list.
I only have one on my list, believe it or not.
Just one.
If there's only one on your list, there's only one it can be.
The Manson one?
No.
Oh,
Oh, you mean you only have one Manson
Yes.
on your list? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant you only had one song.
No.
That's what I thought she was saying.
Okay.
No, I got all 10.
All right, let's have it.
Oh, I'm going next?
Sure.
Okay. Good list, Kyle.
I know.
Okay. My number 10 is Weapons of Choice by Fatboy Slim. Christopher Walken dancing around this
That
whole
is so
video.
funny.
is just-
That is
It's
so
It's
funny.
intoxicating
It's on my
for me.
list too. And that.
I just looked at your list and
Yeah.
we'll discuss yours off camera.
She stole half of her stuff here.
She's going to throw a monkey wrench in it.
No, I just think his is unqualified. Because I know exactly where it
Challenging
came
your
from.
taste
No, you
again.
did not.
Yes, I because I wrote it down
I went
to
through.
Did
double
he get
check
that out
you.
of? Did he get that out of Rolling Stone?
Rolling Stone spin.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's a top 10 of Rolling
I'm
Stone.
always the Billboard Rolling Stone kind of guy, so I picked.
You're always
But we actually
Yeah.
dig and work. We don't just pull up Rolling Stone.
Went through
you're
a
actually-
bunch
I
of
go
this.
from the heart. When
That's what I did
That's
with
what
mine.
I
go
did.
from
That's
the
what
heart,
I did with
No
mine.
matter
That's what I did
I
with
try to do what I
this
can. I mean, I do this every Sunday, so you know.
So do we.
I do
Well,
this
what
every
do we do,
Sunday, too.
motherfucker?
Write me a real
Well, I'm not standing here with my goddamn cocksucker open.
Give him a second, you probably will. But
My number 9 is Stan by Eminem. Because I just like the fact that he is just this crazy fan, and there are a million of them out there. And then he kills that bitch and throws her in the trunk. I mean, I just like that video, and I was never a big Eminem fan, but I always would stop and watch that video when it came on.
But she
We
is
call
a
him
big
Marshall where I
domestic
come
violence
from.
fan.
Oh, no, trust me, she's a closet Eminem fan. I know she is.
One song.
Well, it's all
My number
good.
8 is Touch of Grey by the Grateful Dead, where they turn into skeletons and it looks like they're all dead and fried at
Yeah.
one stage.
I've
Playing a
tried
gig.
so hard to like them.
Well, I mean, how many times have you
I
probably
like
felt that way on
I-
stage?
A lot.
these two are the biggest fans in the world, and I'm like,
I know.
man,
Yeah.
I don't hate them or nothing. I just don't connect with them that way.
yeah. Just,
My number 7 is Losing My Religion by REM. I like the video. I always
Kind of
have.
dark for me, you know.
Well, I'm kind of dark.
R.E.M.
My number 6, now this is the reason that I started liking this band in the first place, was after watching this video, and it's Jeremy by Pearl Jam.
That's a good one.
My
Even
number,
Flow was good too.
yes. Well, I mean, there's several, but that's when I started listening.
Jeremy's a good one.
I saw that video one night, and I was like, oh, I got.
In
Check
fact,
this band
Jeremy
out.
Jennings,
Yeah.
you know, King Jeremy,
Hmm.
that's from Pearl Jam.
King
King
Jeremy
Jeremy the
bullshit.
Wicked.
My number 5 is My Manson, The Man That You Fear. My number 4, now it's a cover song, but the video, it hits me in my feels, you know, and it's Hurt by Johnny Cash. And it was 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah.
No, Johnny Cash redid Hurt and made a video.
And made it suck.
No, he did not.
I don't even like his version of it, and I'm probably the only one, and I don't know why.
I hate it.
You know, it's not, I prefer 9 Inch Nails' version of it, don't get me wrong. But the video is just awesome.
It is good. It is good.
Shows him in his little old self, you know, and
He's vulnerable.
it
in
makes
and I like
sense.
that.
It made
It
the
did.
words
I
relate.
agree. I
He was
agree.
probably shitting in his pamper.
Well, at least he can pay somebody to wipe his shitty pamper.
I can pay someone too. It's called my mom or a hooker.
He's gonna have
Gabby, he
to.
owes you
He's
money.
gonna have to sell his Halloween albums to get some
Yes,
cash.
yes. My number 3 is Pantera's Cemetery Gates. The way, at that time, you know, and now it's just a blending app you can get on your phone, but the way that it would show Dimebag's hands on the guitar showing up on the headstones in the cemetery, because it was blended in there. But I had never seen that before, and I was a Pantera fan, and so that was probably my very favorite Pantera video there is, because Phil and Selma is my husband.
Good video, but they had better ones. They had, what did they have? They had Revolution is My Name, damn good video. And This Love is the better video.
Yeah, I had a hard time between Cemetery Gates and This Love,
They're
I
both
will
good.
give you that.
And Phil and Selma is a very sweet guy.
Okay, that would get you dropped off on 36 on the way home.
I
Good.
love Phil. I told you about the time I met him, and
I know.
he signed my EP,
I know.
and he was very nice.
My number 2 is Thriller with Michael Jackson, because, well, actually, there's 2 videos of Thriller. One of them is Thriller with the making of Thriller, and one of them is just Thriller. I like the Thriller with the making of Thriller because it shows you, you know, the makeup. It shows you Vincent Price and everything, and it's just right up my alley. And I had the making of Thriller on VHS, and I would just sit and watch it over and over and over, just like it was a movie. Growing up, laying on my sister's floor. My number 1, and it's kind of a plain video, in per se, but I don't know. It just takes you someplace when you're watching it, and it's just stunning. And that's Sinead O'Connor. Nothing compares to you. She didn't have to do anything in that video. She was raw, and it was just her face with her little bald head.
And you know who wrote and
Yes.
wrote?
And I do love that version.
I do too.
And it was just
I
raw.
like her version better, but he produced it too.
And also,
he did everything.
Since then, Sugarland came out with a video similar to Stay. It's just her.
Oh yeah.
It's just her.
Hey,
and,
I love that
and that
song,
video
too.
hits
I
me
like
the
that
same
song.
way.
I like that song.
You know, because to me, watching Sinead do this song in this video, she made me feel every word of this song before I even ever did.
Well, she
anyway.
sure became controversial because then she went on Saturday Night Live and
She's kind of batshit
before
crazy.
a picture of the Pope and
Yeah. And I just got to give kudos to all these old videos that the ones I prefer. I noticed today Spike Jones did most of them,
oh, I'm sure.
and I was just like, wow, you know. So I got to give Spike kudos. But there's my top 10.
Yeah, he does a lot.
You or me?
I'll go ahead.
Okay.
since-
Go ahead.
Kind of wrap it up
All
here.
right.
Pearl Jam. Jeremy is one of my favorite ones. Of course, Pearl Jam. I'm a big fan of them. Green Day, Basket Case.
Yeah, that's a good one. I
That's
saw
a
that
cool
one today.
video. Yeah, I went through a whole bunch of lists trying to narrow some down. Run DMC, Walk This Way. That was huge back in our
Well, that
our
was a
day.
big deal because up until that video, MTV wasn't putting much black music
No.
on TV at
Unless
all.
Not at all.
they
And
related
then-
it to the rock music scene.
and then Run DMC
and
and
Michael Jackson.
That was
Really
a
wanted-
very big monument
Michael
moment.
even then,
Yeah.
you know.
I remember
So that was a big
We were
deal.
just talking about this like
Yeah.
last week, and who was it that helped him get into the MTV scene? Eddie Van Halen.
Yes.
When he,
Yes.
Because they were all about Van Halen and rock music, but they weren't about black music. So when you had Michael Jackson and Eddie Van Halen, doing Beat It, I mean, it started to take some of those
Yeah.
gates
Yeah,
down
it
for
took
black people to be on.
Put a whole new spin on
Yeah.
Yeah,
the combination,
Yeah.
right.
it being socially acceptable.
Yep. So that's big time in history. Next on my list was Beastie Boys Sabotage. They're wearing the mustaches. and
That was
everything.
on my list. I
That's
marked
a-
it off because I went and looked at it.
Yeah.
So.
But then next on the list, I put this on there for Tina too. Obviously, all these are great videos, but Aha, Take on Me,
Yeah, it's a
with the charcoal drawings and stuff.
That's what Sam said. He was asking me, he said, what's that one where they draw and it comes
And
alive?
guess who
Yeah.
else said that? Nick.
Nick, yeah. Next before that, I had the Weezer, Buddy Holly, that one. Next before that, Metallica 1.
I watched that one today.
I mean, that was the one that
That's
kind of
good.
changed their whole,
that's good.
But I kind of liked
you know.
Sam and them better because I watched them both today.
I thought one was just video wise and quality wise was really pretty.
Well, and then,
impressive.
from the,
Entertainment was just raw.
it
Yes.
was, it was a song that really kind of put them on another level. They're already huge.
It solidified
But
their
yeah.
presence for
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. So, also I had the Fat Boy Slims like that. So those are funnier than hell.
I just love Christopher Walken.
Hey,
Here's Cowbell.
Christopher Walken
Yeah.
walking.
Now here's the next on my list. You would probably not think I am a fan, but I loved this video when I was younger. I don't know why I loved it. It was because of all the sexy women in it. But George Michael Freedom.
It's a good one.
He's
I
got all the
watched that
models in
today.
there and they're lip singing his
Oh,
songs.
they're
You
so
probably
sexy.
like that Addicted to Love then.
Yeah, Robert
those.
Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Models.
I thought you liked the Faith video of him shaking his
Now
ass.
that's a Dusty
You probably
Daffrin
love it
special.
too, dude. You
Faith.
watch that with all those models in there. There's some hot chicks in that video.
I'm talking about
Hey,
a
George
different
Michael had a
video.
bunch of good songs and
Yeah.
videos.
But that was, he did. Faith was another good one too.
I was just talking about him shaking his ass and
Yeah.
Faith.
Next on my list, here's the last few here. Prince, When Doves Cry. That changed our lives when we were kids.
Love that video.
When that came out and everything, obviously. The last three are pretty easy. If you couldn't guess, you're probably falling asleep by now. But Guns N' Roses, November Rain.
Good one.
That was-
It was one of my honorable
yeah, that
mentions.
was one.
Yeah.
But the two videos that changed my life, that meant something when videos were videos, and I know I've said this many a time. Most people say, "What's one of your favorites?" I will say Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer.
Why? Tell me why,
The
please.
animation?
The clay animation stuff that he did, no one did anything like that back then, and it was just something special that wowed everybody back then.
It did.
I mean,
No, I'm just
that
asking.
video.
Because it always kind of just creeped me out. Because I thought,
I like the clay animation stuff.
It made me
on
think
that.
of that
They look
movie,
your-
Better Off Dead.
yeah,
was that
yes,
movie or
yes, yes.
The Eddie Van Halen hamburger
Yeah,
and all that. Yeah.
And the reason I say is because, you know, then when you thought of clay animation, you thought of like the old,
Mr. Bill. Or
yeah,
something, you know?
pretty much.
and the
Oh.
old Christmas movies
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Claymation
so-
was being done in the 50s.
Yeah, it was basically he was just taking that and moving
Right.
forward for his video, and I just think it's one
That's
of
a
the
good
greatest.
one.
I
I mean,
want my
almost-
$2.
Yeah,
Angela Abrams, I want my
Almost
$2.
everybody can. Almost every list has Sledgehammer.
yeah, and number one by far. There is nobody even close. I think Michael Jackson Thriller is the greatest video.
Yes.
But Sledgehammer's right there with it. You know, I really.
Somebody asked, Nick asked, George Michael's Freedom, was that with Wham? Or
No.
just him?
No, it's just
No,
him.
it's just him.
It was just him when he was solo. You know, so
That's a good list.
pretty it, man.
That's a good list.
So
I had a few honorable mention that I don't think were great videos, but they just sit with me because I remember. I mean, I was a teenager when MTV came out,
yeah,
and I saw the first video they ever had.
Me too.
yeah,
The second video, you know what it was?
yeah. Well, I know.
Mm-mm.
Killed the Radio Star.
That's
was
the
the
first
first
one.
one.
That was the first one. The
Uh,
second one is something.
I just watched
It's
that.
Pat Benatar.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
don't
who
remember
got
which
shot?
one.
Battlefield.
No,
Uh,
it wasn't. It wasn't Hit Me With Your. It
It
was.
was Love is a Battlefield, wasn't it?
I don't think so. I think it was. You gotta run.
I remember
Well,
she was really
hey,
big.
find out which one it was, but that was it. But the ones that were kind of honorable mention for me that just were mainstays. They had Men Without Hats.
Oh, yeah.
Was it Safety
Safety
Dance?
Dance,
Safety
yeah.
Dance.
Uh-huh.
Come On Eileen.
Oh yeah.
Our House in the Middle of the Street. Those were all kind of
Eileen, man, I
those were
want
the
you to do that.
main. Those were the mainstays. But
Yeah.
my top 10 for and really most of these are not in any special order until I get to like the last 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But Smells Like Teen Spirit is
Oh yeah.
10 on my list.
That is awesome.
Only because I'm telling you, in my whole entire music career, I have never seen in my life a song catch on like Teen Spirit.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you, when that song came out, we learned it right away. Couldn't sing it worth a shit. I mean, it was just. And I am not kidding you. For about a year, we had to play that song 3 or 4 times a night.
Yeah.
You had to
I
play
believe
it
that.
almost every set
Wow.
because people wanted to hear that song so bad. I have never seen a song so contagious as that. And the video was just kind of raunchy and raucous.
Should have been in
They
Seattle
filmed,
during
it,
this
they,
time.
they filmed it for like $50.
I know, it's just
I mean,
great. So
yeah.
you know, and a lot of these are real, you know, specific to my time period. But the next one on my list is "Call Me Al."
Oh yeah, I love that song.
I love
You know
that.
I love
Nobody
that song.
even knows
That is
what
on
the
Sam's
hell,
playlist.
What the hell the significance of Chevy Chase being in that video
Yeah.
was. And I think I saw a thing where they're like, well, I don't know, we're just going to record
think
it. He was
there
there,
is no
then
significance.
they just said, screw it, record it, and it just
Yeah.
went viral, man. I mean, that went viral before there was viral, okay?
Yeah.
The next on my
I think
list
they were actually golf buddies.
is, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. The next on my list, for a couple different reasons, is Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Love it.
Because
That's a fun
it
one.
speaks so volumes of my time period, but also a neat Pat Travers story for you here is when we played with Pat Travers the first time and met the band, I was talking to his drummer, Sandy Gennaro, who is from New York City, and you know, he's a big baseball fan and go to the Yankees games and sit in the dugout with. I mean, the guy's he is a legend in the music world. He was playing with Pat, and when they were not on the road, he would go into the bars in New York, and there was this girl there that he just thought, man, she is just kind of perfectly weird, man, and I just love her so much. And they got to be friends, and he's already famous, and he's been playing with Pat Travers for years already. And she asked him if he would come in and help her with her record. So he went and produced her record and helped her with it, and then he went on a world tour with her for Girls Just Want to Have Fun, and it was Cindy Lauper.
Wow.
And he played with her for one, and he said, man, I made more money doing that than I ever made playing music. He said it was the greatest thing ever. So that was neat to have that connection there.
Well, and she had all those wrestlers.
That was cool about that video, because I loved wrestling at the time.
She was a manager.
Yeah,
to
she
some
would go
wrestlers.
to them. Captain Lou was in the video. The next one was a big one for me, Love Shack.
Oh yeah.
Because at the time I was in college, and we were playing stuff like Rock Lobster and all that, and the band went through some turmoil. The guitar player died. The drummer came out and decided he was going to learn how to play guitar, and thinking, man, they're done, because they're kind of one of those weird college-y type bands, and the Rock Lobster was so weird but so cool. How you ever want to, that's a
Love
fad
Shack took them to another
Then Love
level.
Shack just solidified them forever.
I
And
like
that
it.
whole album was fantastic.
Yeah.
But
And
Love Shack was great.
That kind of goes back to
I like your
that
rock
segment
pop.
we did on.
I love Rock
If you hear the
Lobster.
first couple
We used to play that when I was in
parts
college.
of a song,
Nobody
you
liked
automatically know
Yeah.
Love
But we
Shack's
did.
one of
Yeah.
them.
That's
Her
true.
screaming at the beginning.
Yeah.
So next on my list is Like a Prayer, Madonna.
I almost.
Because of the
her
controversy,
phone,
man. I mean, I love the controversy. I loved, and it's
That's when I understood what
it
controversy
just kind
was.
of tells me how much anarchy I probably do have at times in here. I loved seeing the religious part of my family just shit themselves.
Oh yeah, my mom would turn it off.
They were like,
I was watching devil
my
stuff.
grandma would think you're going to hell.
Yeah.
So and I was
And,
thinking,
My mom would turn the TV off.
I would turn it up.
Like I'm.
She had to deal with
Praying to
Pepsi
Satan.
when the song
So,
came out.
and I'm telling you, she was the queen of controversy. She
Yeah.
knew how to market that. She was probably almost, in a different pop world, as good as Kiss was with the branding and marketing of, doing her Vogue, and then doing the
What?
what's the sex thing that she did, the
Justify my love.
whatever
was banned.
then she was on
She had that
she was
steel
in Playboy,
book.
and
Yeah.
that book. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, my
And-
buddy Adam
and-
has the sex book.
Truth or Dare.
Oh, Truth or Dare. that's
And
right.
in my opinion, as a woman, she had, it's cliche to say it, but it fits for her. She had bigger balls than most men musicians I
She
ever
did,
seen.
man. She just
Pushed
did
the
it.
envelope.
She
Because
just did
she
it.
would get up there and do these new controversy
She
things, and you're
made
just sitting there
the
with your
industry
chin on the
better.
floor.
She made the whole industry better. She
Yeah.
pushed it.
Her,
Yes.
And-
her testicles are displayed in that video pretty well.
And in her little steel book.
They say she's a bitch, but she earned it.
She's from Michigan, man. What can you expect?
Sean
She's
Penn.
gonna be tough. The next two actually are in line with what we're doing. Is Cherry Bomb for me, because it is such a simple video. It's just a black guy slow dancing with a white girl, and for the time,
You didn't do
it
that.
took balls to show that on TV. It was so weird that that's still in the late 80s was just still not accepted. And and I'd see people almost like like a prayer, they like oh my, they roll their eyes, and I'd be like, I want you to have to watch that every day.
Well, even
I want to see it every day.
I was reading today where Mellencamp was talking about Jack and Diane, and he was like, a lot of people think it's just about two couples, a couple, having dairy freeze or whatever, and he said it's not what that song was about at all. He goes, it was about, I went out one night and I saw a black guy and a white girl dancing, and he goes, that's the song. He goes, I wrote that song from that.
Wow, that's
And he
impressive.
said, but the record company didn't want me to tell people that back then. So,
One little tidbit, I meant to say this a minute ago when we were talking about Mellencamp, and I forgot in the process. I don't know if anybody knows this. People who know him will know. In Newcastle, there is a little pink house, and the guy who lives there, his name is Jack, and his wife's name was Diane. And when you go in their front door, their wallpaper in the living room was nothing but John Cougar Mellencamp news articles.
I'll be dang.
Oh wow.
I
That's
swear.
pretty fun.
And people who know this couple will know exactly what I'm talking about.
But I loved Cherry Bomb because of that, and just because
That's my
of,
favorite.
But his guts to do that, because that's when he was no longer John Cougar, and he was like, you either like me or don't like me, and I don't give a shit. And there was a part of the rebel in me at that time that just loved that so much. The next one, Born in the USA. It was the right place, the right time. We needed it so bad. He felt it. He wrote the perfect song at the perfect time. That, my God, yeah, that's
Oh yeah. She's
what
in
was
the
that?
video.
What? Not in that video. She was in.
Born to River.
It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't.
She did
Dancing in the Dark.
Dancing in the Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Born in the USA was great for that time. We needed it, and it
Yeah.
was good. Now, my top 4, they're in stone. I'm not going to move them. Money for Nothing. I Want My MTV.
Yeah.
I mean,
Again,
that was when people started writing music. They started writing music for the video,
Well,
and it was a great.
Tim Matney knows who I'm talking
actually,
about.
I mean, I'm a big fan of MTV. I mean, I even watched a documentary about them a few weeks ago on the same one had that Ozzy documentary on biography 80, and they contribute. One of the big reasons that they actually made it to the next level was they come up with an idea for everyone to say, "I want my MTV." And they actually, the first person they got to ever do it was Rolling Stones, Mick Jagger. And they gave him $1. And he finally did it because he was friends with the guy. He goes, "I'll go ahead and do it, And he gave him $1 because he said, I'm doing a commercial for you. I get paid, don't I? And he goes, "No, I don't have any money. Can you just do this for us?" Well, the next one that they said was when it really, really blew up to another level was when that song came out and Money for Nothing, or that song came out, and he actually said, "I want my MTV," in that song, and it just skyrocketed MTV to another level just because of that saying.
It was a great.
I
It's a great
personally
tagline.
miss
Yeah.
MTV when it started.
Me too.
I mean, you had
Yeah.
Colin Quinn and his little smart
I saw somebody say something like MTV started
Headbanger
35 years
Paul.
ago, and we'd like to thank them for 9 years of videos
Yeah.
or something like that. 9 years of music.
Yeah, I saw an article this week where Apple Plus is going to start what they call an MTV video program, just videos and all that. Let's see what happens. Maybe it'll be a flashback.
It still won't be as good as it was.
Number 3 on my list. I just couldn't leave it off the list. I tried several times, but Video Killed the Radio Star.
No.
I mean, it started the whole thing. This song sucks so bad. God.
But it's true.
Listening to that damn song is like seeing a car wreck.
But it is true.
You try to turn it off, and the hand won't work. It's
Video
just,
really did kill the radio.
But it was prophetic. It's history now.
Yeah,
I mean, it's solidified in history.
Yeah.
Number 2 on my list. You got to fight for your right to party.
Oh yeah.
That was, and that
Yeah.
song meant so much to us in high school. When I was a senior, we did a lip sync to that song for our homecoming thing, and
You Milli Vanilla'd it.
I got a little. I got in trouble because we turned in our list, and the principal said, "No, you're not doing it because it talks about porno mags and stuff like that." So I went and I told them we were going to do another song, and they approved it. Well, I gave the people the tape for the Beastie Boys instead of the one that I got
Did you get
approved to do.
suspended?
And I had a Sports Illustrated in the back of my pants. So when they got
Oh,
to me,
yeah?
Mom threw away my best porno mag. I pulled it out and I threw it to the principal, and he caught it. And everybody, the rumor was, it wasn't true, but the rumor was that I gave him a Playboy, and I didn't. And they just thought I was just the coolest thing. But it was all bullshit. It was I did get in trouble because I didn't have approval to do that.
Yeah.
So, and then
You rebel.
obviously, like you, to me, everything else pales in comparison to Thriller.
Yeah.
I remember the night it came out. It was 11 or 12 o'clock at night. I had friends staying all night. We had popcorn made ready.
Here's another
We
weird.
watched that damn thing like we watched it like
Hey,
we were
you know
getting ready to watch it, a Stephen King movie or something.
Who?
Yep.
Guess who today's birthday is to? Vincent Price.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
is that
just
right?
getting ready to say. He said
What would
before
he
you
be?
get it
100
out.
years old?
Yeah, probably, but
I think
you know,
he's dead.
that's
You
an
know, I just-
iconic. You know,
I just
start
think
of
about
that.
a lot of these, and I
It's
think about,
like-
man, if they were making a video like Cherry Bomb today, it'd probably be two guys dancing, and I think people would need to see it. You know,
Yeah.
if you value everybody in this country being treated equally,
Well, they don't.
you
though.
got to get. Well,
They say they do,
well, I do.
but
It's
you,
pushing on
you
hold
have
right
a different
now, yeah.
opinion.
I do.
I have a different
I know
opinion. and-
this.
What we're seeing right
Yeah.
now. So
No, it's just because people nobody respects somebody else's opinion.
I know, and that's a sad. That's
well,
a sad.
because
And
they,
to
But you
have
know what? Some
they-
opinions are
they can-
bullshit.
to
they can hide
have
behind a computer
equality.
screen now.
I know.
to
Yeah.
have equality, you got to accept them whether you agree with them or
I
not.
guarantee you, probably 80% of the stuff said on the Facebook or internet, no one would ever say that to
No
someone's
way.
face.
No way.
I guarantee
Boy, I
I like what type like.
Everybody's got a lot more balls now, and they don't. They just because they're behind a computer screen.
You see what Mike Tyson's quote about that?
Uh,
He said everybody's brave when you're not there to punch him in the face.
yeah, exactly.
Or to bite their ear off.
But anyway, man,
Yeah.
thanks for having me come do this.
All right.
Oh yeah,
It's
man.
fun. I can talk
This is
forever.
great.
Oh, we can too.
Kyle even
He
He
behaved pretty
was in
good.
prison in Indiana too.
That's
Yeah.
You know
true.
what? I will tell you this.
And Reggie Miller, just shut up, I gotta talk real quick.
Yeah.
Reggie Miller had to go visit him in prison.
Oh, because he lost
to-
that bet to Spike Lee.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I lost $150 on that fight. I'll never get over it.
Which one, Buster Douglas?
No, Mike Tyson and Holyfield.
Oh,
No.
He bit Holyfield.
I was like, he didn't bite his ear off. Shut up. Fight's going on.
that's bad.
Yeah.
When he raped that girl, I voted for the girl.
Alleged.
I lost a bunch of money with that too.
Alleged.
I think I got one good one to end the night
One, I'm expecting two more.
on.
I think one of them's going to be original.
Oh, okay. I never thought about doing that one. All right, I'll do one original. Then I got a perfect one to end the night with.
Yay.
And thank you guys again for having me.
We do not own the rights to this original song. Only Danny owns them.
I will tell you. I wanted to say this before Kyle rudely interrupted me again, but.
I didn't even interrupt you. I barely said a goddamn
Hey,
word this shit.
when we started doing this show, this is basically what we wanted to do right here. I mean, we'd love to have some artists on, and I'll tell you, I mean, we didn't have a bunch of crazy, funny skits this show, but man, I've been more engaged in this show here than any show we've done so
Well, I
far.
appreciate it.
Because
I love this.
it's the minds of the
this
music
stuff.
getting together and kind of, you know.
Well,
tell
you
us-
can tell when
welcome.
people love music, man. I mean, they just love it. So, anyway, this song.
You're
is-
welcome.
Yeah.
This song, like all the good ones, about
Damn.
getting your heart broken. So
Everybody can relate to that.
it's been a long time since I've sang this, so hopefully I'll remember the words. We'll see what happens. But my friend J.D. Wayne helped me tweak some
Hey,
of the
Tina,
lyrics.
something's going on here.
Originally, writing it
We
kind
are
of
not
specifically
on
about
camera.
the situation
It's
was
still
it was called a
going
bottle of cold wine in my broken heart, but we changed it to a bottle of cheap wine in my broken heart because more people can relate to the cheap wine. But it goes like this.
What the